Hello YouTube, Damo_23 here and welcome back to another episode of Glory Hunter. Today's episode, we're away from home against Bayern Munich in a game in which we win, we will win the league. That is correct, we can win the league here away from home and there's no better place to do it than at Bayern Munich. Since the last episode, we've played a number of games. We're still in the Champions League as well. And without further ado, we're going to get into it. But as always, links down below to come watch this live. We are live on Twitch. Come give us a like and subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. And let's get into it. So Bayern Munich have played 29 games. It leaves them 5 games left to go. They can only get a total there of 15 points, which is 75. A draw would mean we mathematically cannot lose the title unless it's on goal difference from losing every game, which means that only a point after today would be fine. A win, however, and we win the league mathematically. It also means that if we were to draw today, I'll probably just give you the HSV end of game so you see the celebration, because more than likely we will be able to go and win that. Since we last met, which was the Wolfsburg game, I did play Aston Villa, drew them next round in the Champions League. We won 3-1 at home before absolutely dominating them away from home and losing 1-0, which has been a very rare occurrence this year. We're still yet to lose in the Bundesliga or domestically, so that's great as well. We actually got very lucky last game out against Mönchengladbach. They were slightly the better side. Heatley pulled off a couple of fantastic saves. And we scored in the 91st minute from Alfredo Real, who scored from a Foden corner. We also drew Real Madrid in the Champions League, and we drew 0-0 in our first match there. Bless missed 2 1-on-1s that he should have scored, but a very even game against the Jurgen Klopp side, who's been very good in the league. Important to mention though, they're in third in the league at the moment, and I think if I knock Jurgen out of the Champions League right now in the quarterfinal, they may pull the trigger and sack him because they're not winning the league this year. And well, that could leave me in a position where I could slot straight in at Real Madrid and pretty much complete the save. With that being said as well though, we are focusing solely on the Bundesliga for now. And maybe after we win it, we could maybe then turn around and focus on the intention of, do we win the DFB Pokal and retain? Can we win the Champions League, what I think is one of the best teams in the world? Let's get into this one here though. Bayern Munich themselves have had a resurgence of form. They lost to Mainz, that's kind of been their year. They've turned it around since the very poor start, win most games but lose the occasional one. They got through Norwich of all teams in a penalty shootout, but they just slapped Barcelona 4-1. Norwich is a side that, by the way, just keeps on yo-yoing around. Have a couple of years where they're really good, they nearly get relegated, and then all of a sudden they win the FA Cup and then win the Europa League. The 2 times they won the FA Cup, they've won the Europa League the year after. It's been mental what they're doing, but yeah. Now, our team's got one notable change. Unfortunately, Alfredo Real picked up an injury there with a twisted ankle. He's out for 9 days for the next 3 weeks. So I still get to use him eventually in the save, but it means Castro will be going up front here in this one. I will be moving Rory back to the bench. I'm going to move Song into there, and that is going to be the team that we are going to pick today. So it is full strength of Heatley, Ernest, Ubru, Linden, and Giuseppe, Iramoto, and Haas, Balesa, Menuzzi, Minerva, and Castro. It is virtually the same side that played against Real Madrid and drew 0-0. A win, we win the league. A draw, and it's mathematically improbable for Bayern to win it unless we lose every game from here on end. I think we will go out there and do it. Actually, a draw would be enough because that means Bayern can't get the 15 points. So a draw or a win would be plenty. Alright, let's go and have a look at the Bayern Munich squad. It hasn't changed in a while. Dominic Rosato, who I keep saying when he plays we will score, is at the back, so that's always a good thing. This guy's coming at right back, who should be at right back, finally been capped. Alphonso Davies still in there, of course, as well. Ivan Roldan has started against me yet again. I will say when I move to Spain, I am planning to bring him in to my Spanish squad because I've never used him. I sold him at AC Milan when he regened out. I then sold him from Dortmund because Bayern wanted him and he wanted to leave. Yeremy Pino out on the right, hasn't played too many minutes, but still looks good. Fred, who who's been here since the start, has been good. Musiala's in there. Felipe Anderson, who they signed from Flamengo, has not played for me from Brazil in a while, but he does look very good and is now their new starting striker. Could be playing for me in Brazil in the future. The rest of the team is there. Vinicius, Charles, obviously on the bench there as well. Pascal, who I was hoping would start at the back, instead of Adam Steele, who should be their right back, but never plays right back for him. Nicholas Hedel in net, who scored goals against in the past. Obviously, last time we played him, we dismantled them. We won 5-0 and basically said Bayern will not win the title this year. And well, this game could prove that by saying we won it at Bayern. Away we go. We're 90 minutes away from potentially winning the league. Can we do it today? Or will Bayern keep their faint hopes alive? Well, every minute that passes is better for us. and it's currently 0-0. Yeri Pino, though, with a deep ball in, cleared away, and Manuzzi will flick and find Castro. Castro rolls around and finds Iramoto now, and Menev finds Abru. It's a team that's been well gelled and played so well together. It's been a joy using these boys, and now Ernest is on the overlap. He cuts it to Blesser, gets in the area, he loses out, and Felipe Anderson will send it Bayern on the break through Musiala. Haas wins it back though, and kind of how it's been going in the league is the older players from Bayern haven't been able to withstand our press when we have played them. Iramoto, Haas, Blesser drops in, Ernest made another run, Manuzzi will find him, Blesser will get beyond, now he finds Kasher instead, 1-0, it's not, it's a great save from Hedel, but that is just what we can do. Just like that, carve a few passes, we fear no team, and well, if we could finish, we would be 1-0 up. As things stand, it's still going to be 0-0, as Castro will probably have a snapshot here, or recycle through Manuzzi, but he was offside. 17 minutes played, 0-0. As it stands, we win the title. And hopefully we beat Bayern, because I will give you some Champions League action, if that is the case as well. 26 minutes played, it is, of course, still ticking away here. Giuseppe on an early booking. Manuzzi as well. Hopefully this game keeps in the same track where we've only allowed Bayern one chance. I always say this about Bayern Munich and most big sides. When you're on top, you need to make it count because they'll get their one moment in the match engine. They always score. I'm telling you I'm going to be far from pleased, but really, to be fair, that's a pretty good first half from us. We've played pretty well. Boys look decent. Would have loved to have been up by a goal, but as it stands, Bayern lacking the ability to carve us apart at the moment. They've just made a change with Charles coming in up front as well. And they're moving things around as well. Vinicius on there too. Time ticking, 70 minutes played. I am going to start thinking about changes myself. We did play Real Madrid only a few days ago. Haas is going to come off for Thuram. I think that's a very like-for-like situation. Ernest having a good game. I'll leave him out there. Giuseppe's on a booking. That's fine. Manuzzi's on a booking. Going to get Havertz in. I'm also going to get Minev off for Foden early doors here as well. And I'm going to get Roy in for Iramoto, but move him in as a ball-winning midfielder here. And this is more of a, well, I think at the moment, as things stand, it's going to finish 0-0, more likely than not, and hopefully Roy will help set up shop. Could have taken Blesser off. I haven't. I could take an Ernest off as well. I might actually get Blesser off here because he probably starts the next one. And I'm going to just get an inside forward on support as well for Roger Vau to see if that helps us in going the other way on the break. We're 5 minutes away from potentially winning the league here today, boys. There hasn't really been too many episode highlights to speak about in this one. It's been a very boring game, but there is a moment for Bayern Munich late doors, and it's a long throw to Charles. Giuseppe wins, but he's penned in here, and he goes back to Antoni Heatley, who's only conceded 15 goals all year. Abru, Thuram, clears up the field to Roger Vau, falls to Havertz. 1-2 played. Here we go. Castro through the middle. Vau ignores, goes himself, and Hedel keeps Bayern's very faint hopes alive. And well, it has to be from this highlight, or it's never for Bayern Munich this year. And Fred wins it, and Fred's bit by himself here and isolated. There's a minute left on the clock. Ignacio, Vinny Jr., Ignacio, Pascual. Here it comes. Is Bayern going to do it very late and destroy the hopes of winning it here, or are we going to hold on? They go into a channel. It's Vinny Jr. It's Vinny Jr. What a tackle from Abru. The Colossus from Portugal, the 100 mil centre-back, comes across, pumps his chest, and goes straight through, man, ball and all. It's a 94th minute corner. Will we deal? It's cleared away. Musiala whoops it back there. Time still ticking. Referee hasn't blown. Foden tackles and clears. It's all over. And we win the title at Bayern. And I love that completely. The team we came to cripple. The team we came to beat and dominate. And in our third season here at Bayern, our first season here at Bayern, our third season here at Dortmund, we have destroyed Bayern Munich, and the quest to go invincible is, of course, still on as well. What a great episode. Fantastic. It's full time. We win the league. And well, now it's all about let's go and defend the DFB Pokal. And can we win the Champions League with this side? Who knows? What I am going to do here, YouTube, it's only been a 10-minute episode. I'm not going to go and focus on the Champions League in today's game because it's not a Champions League episode. We've just won the league. However, I will cut to the end of the Real Madrid game. I'll let you guys know if we're going to get any Champions League action in this season as well. If you do want to switch off now, though, links down below. Give the episode a like and let me know where I should manage next in Spain, which actually we'll have a look at quickly. Job security, I've only got Spanish teams locked up. Valencia's insecure, Bilbao's stable, but I don't want to be under Basque rules. So not too much movement. This is what the first division looks like at the moment. Real Madrid, they're in third, but have a number of games in hand, which I didn't realise. Real Hippos in fifth, but that's fine. Real San Sebastian and Valencia, the two big teams that you look at and go, yeah. I wouldn't want the Bilbao job only because you can only sign Basque players, and I don't like that because it makes it very difficult to build a squad to win, and I wouldn't move there. With that being said, though, I'll cut back in a second and let you know if we get past Jurgen Klopp and Real Madrid. And YouTube, you'll get some Champions League football coming up because we have beaten Real Madrid. Absolutely dominated him. 21 shots, actually a 3.41. Somehow only scored 2. Madrid had at this stage when Camavinga scored, which was from a header from a set piece, which is odd, was their only shot on target. They had 7 shots, 1 on target. We only gave up 0.4 XG and conceded. But we absolutely dominated, which means that we are going to be going Champions League semi-final action next episode as well. So, be prepared for that. I'll check you guys. I'll check you out, you guys. Then, or check this out. And then, I'll see you guys then. Is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, thank you yet again. We've won the league. It's awesome. Let's go see if we win the Champions League as well this year because why not? I'll catch you guys then. Thank you and goodbye.